What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about the 5 core principles of our business and the 13 core processes that make up the delivery of those core principles. So by now you may have heard that we have 5 core principles, and they are saying yes to the customer, that speed equals to sales, sales fixes everything, the team is the hero, and the customer is the boss. Also, the customer pays for everything. These are pretty self-explanatory, but essentially the whole idea of saying yes to the customer is we have a yes mindset. It's not just saying yes to them and then getting them in. It's really believing that we're always available for our customers. If a customer walks in at 5:55 and you close at 6 and they need help, we say yes. We say absolutely. And it's the energy behind the yes. It's not just saying it with your mouth. It's also believing it, like, hey, Mr. Customer, we got you. We're going to make you a priority. The yes mindset is also saying that the next car is the most important car. So if the car that's already been delivered or the car that we already got approved or working on, that's absolutely important. But it's the car that you just got in is going to make your week better, is going to make the business grow bigger. So yes is more than just words. Once again, it is a mindset that you embody. The next part is speed is equal to sales. Pretty self-explanatory again, but that kind of goes into the yes mindset. Whoever's the fastest is the one that's usually going to grow the business. And people have the sense of urgency. The customer has to see that sense of urgency, that they see that they're the VIP in our company, and it has to come from everybody. It has to be a mindset. Once again, it's not something you utter. It's something that you believe in and that you show through your body language and also through when the customer sees you rush to get their car in. Sales fixes everything. It's when you have enough sales guys, nobody goes out of business because they had too many sales. Let's just put it that way. You can cover a lot of sins by just increasing sales. Not that I encourage sins, but if you just make a lot of sales happen, you can make mistakes, and those mistakes will usually be covered by those sales. Again, not encouraged, but it's the reality of the thing. You don't go out of business if you have sales. You go out of business if you do not have sales. The team is the hero. Quick note on this. The team in of itself is more powerful than any individual, including me. The team can do way more work, and no single individual will ever be prioritized over the wellness or the welfare of the team. And anybody who benefits the team by default helps the team get better, and by default is a good player. Anybody who doesn't benefit the team, I'll make this very clear. If you're not with the team, by default you're against the team. There's no such thing as a neutral thing. So the team is the hero. Support the team. Put the team on the pedestal. Of course, we compliment and recognize individuals, but at the end of the day, it's the team that really actually makes the company great. And finally, the most important is the customer. Guys, the customer is ultimately what we do everything for. Everything you see in the shop around you, your last paycheck, your last year's worth of income, everything we have, the growth of the company, the new stores we bought, all of that money came from our customers. So the customer is in fact our boss. It's my boss as well. The customer writes your check, not me. And that's why you have to treat that customer like they're actually your boss. They're my boss too. That's why we have to roll out the red carpet for every single customer. Yes, even the one that are irritated. And you got to treat those customers so that they can keep coming back. Never have a transaction relationship. Treat that customer like you're going to have their generational family coming back to you. And if you do that, I promise you your business will grow. Guys, it's a huge part of what these 5 core principles, if you deliver them, you will win. The 13 basic processes that go hand in hand with these are, once again, saying yes, which is the anytime script. And I'll kind of tell you guys what each of these processes does. And again, we'll dive deep on each one of them as we go along. If your car count is low, you employ the anytime script. That's number 1. If you have a speed problem in the company, you employ the funnels or the rack attack. If you have a low average RO or an average written repair order or average quote, you employ the circle of sales. Also, this is a huge close ratio problem. You employ the circle of sales. If you have a low isolation problem, you can't do full system isolations. You employ the canned jobs list or the $1 million sheet, whatever you want to call it. If you have culture problems or buy-in problems, you start doing morning trainings, and you train on these things that we just talked about. Also, for buy-in problems, one-on-ones is a big part, especially for the managers and the leadership team to do that. If you have an organization problem, you have too much chaos, you got to start running the board or run it more religiously. If you have a comeback problem, you have a QC problem that needs to get fixed, you need to train on that. If you have a bad diagnosis problem, you need to focus on the communication from the customer during the write-up, and you also need to go back to the board and really see what the heck is going on. And if you have a review problem, you have a lot of bad reviews or not enough good reviews, you have a cash-out problem, you need to work on your cash-out process. So guys, these are the things, the 13 basic principles as you can see them on the screen once again. Every morning you want to train on at least one of these. And generally, like I said, based on what you're having a problem with, what part of the business, or if it's not really as good to your liking, you would want to train on that process so that you can improve that. Again, it is not an accident. You pull the lever based on the problem that you have in the business. If you have this problem, then you know which lever you need to pull in order to fix that problem. Guys, I hope this was a helpful meeting. Once again, a helpful video. I hope this was a helpful video. Once again, I want to make sure that you guys understand the 5 core basic principles of our business, which are saying yes, speed, sales fixes everything, team is the hero, customer is the boss, and then the 13 basic core processes, which is saying yes, which is the anytime script, the funnels, how to write up customers' process, which will produce clarity and good communication. The funnels produce speed, saying yes produces cars, circle of sales, which produces average RO, canned jobs list, which also increases your GSPH and average RO, doing DVI and Rack Attack, which will also increase your average RO, morning meetings, one-on-ones, having the board, ultimate sales process, which also is part of our sales process, the QC, and how to cash out customers. These are all very, very important things. If you can get them, you will run a very good shop. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you very much, and we will dive deep into each one of these core basic processes in the following videos. Thank you very much.